Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Marnie Hughes.
And I'm Matt Lorch. There have been arrests. Earlier, protesters blocked one of the entrances to the port. James Lynch was in the middle of it all, and James, the protesters were looking to shut down ports up and down the West Coast. Were they able to do that here in Seattle?
Matt, they were indeed able to shut down this one terminal. This is Terminal 18 there behind me that was shut down for a short time. Every other terminal here at the Port of Seattle remained open, and Terminal 18 reopened just a short time ago. If I can show you up here, you can see that there are still Seattle police officers along with Port of Seattle police standing guard here at Terminal 18, even though that terminal shut down at its usual time between 4 and 4:30 this afternoon. As you said, it was a wild time earlier this afternoon. Arrests were made, but for the most part, this was a peaceful protest.
We'll keep the terminals open so that the cargo can continue moving in and out of the facility, while also allowing the protesters to have a safe place to voice their opinions and their frustrations with the national economy.
That was the hope. And this was the reality. Exactly what the Port of Seattle hoped would not happen. Gate 1 at Terminal 18 closed to traffic. No cargo going in and none coming out. Exactly what Occupy Seattle protesters wanted to accomplish.
To disrupt a criminal economy that works for the 1%, that doesn't have our interests at hand.
About 500 protesters started downtown and marched to Harbor Island. It was part of a coordinated Occupy movement up and down the West Coast to disrupt commerce.
We're unemployed, we're thrown under the bus, and Occupy is basically the latest manifestation of the labor movement. And we're here to fight for our human dignity, for our right to have a future.
Money for jobs and education.
Terminal 18 was shut down for more than an hour. Arrests were made, several of them as protesters blocked the roadway. Some of the truckers stuck in the backup consider themselves part of the 99%, but they don't agree with protests like this.
Well, that's us, all of us. Are you working?
I am.
Exactly. And all this is doing is screwing us up. The tires don't roll, I don't make money.
I hope a lot of them can realize, and I know they do, that we're out there in solidarity with them, fighting for their rights as well.
Back out live now, ports along the West Coast are attractive targets. The Port of Seattle, big business as one might imagine, 22,000 jobs directly tied to operations here at the Port of Seattle. A one-day shutdown means the loss of $1.9 million in wages lost for the men and women who work here. So good reason to keep this port open. Reporting live tonight at Seattle's Port Harbor, James Lynch, Q13, Fox News.